In our last video, we were in the central Florida town of Inverness. We checked out the historic downtown, the old courthouse, the Valerie Theater, the Withlacoochee Trail, and the fantastic Liberty Park. In this video,
we're in downtown Clearwater, Florida.
Okay, before we get started, this video focuses just on the old downtown of Clearwater. If you're interested in the Clearwater Beach area, we actually have a separate video dedicated specifically to that. So with that said, Caro, tell us a little bit about this cool place.
Clearwater is the county seat of Pinellas County with a current population of just over 117,000 people. This area was originally the site of Fort Harrison, which was built in 1835. The city itself was incorporated in 1891.
So our tour starts off in the Cleveland Street District, which is the heart of the downtown. Carol, what do you know about this place?
The Cleveland Street District is home to many shops and restaurants, and much of it is blocked off to car traffic, so it's just for pedestrians, and you can see there's lots of restaurants with outdoor dining in this area. There's also quite a bit of street art, including sculptures, some of which you've just seen.
It's also home to the fantastic Capitol Theater, which we'll get to shortly. Side note, I really love it when downtowns block off streets for pedestrian traffic. I think that's fantastic. I wish more towns would do that. And also, in case you're wondering why there's nobody there, as usual, we started our journey pretty early in the morning.
For context, we filmed this in mid-October. We had a 2-day freakishly cold streak, which is why we're wearing jackets. But a few days later, it was back up in the 80s.
Yeah, in Florida, fall is just months on the calendar and not necessarily indicative of the weather. So if you come in the fall, probably expect rather mild summer conditions and not so much any fall as you might know it if you're from the north.
We are now down to the Capitol Theater, which is now known as the Billheimer Capitol Theater. It was built in 1921 for vaudeville, acts, and movies. It was advertised as having the best natural acoustics in the Southeast United States. Current capacity is about 750, and as of 2008, it was owned by the city of Clearwater. It was fully restored in 2013.
Just a few weeks prior to shooting this video, we actually attended a concert at the theater, and I can definitely vouch for the fact that it is a great theater with excellent acoustics.
We're now entering Coachman Park, which is a 19-acre park that borders the Clearwater Harbor Marina. This entrance is known as the Civic Gateway. To the north is the Sound, which is a 9,000-person capacity music venue and a sister venue to the Capitol Theater.
And straight ahead you can see the Causeway Bridge, which will take you out to Clearwater Beach. The original bridge was built in 1950.
This park was formally dedicated in 1962 and reaffirmed in 2020 to be called Coachman Park.
Unlike some of the places that we visited, Clearwater was very smart to take advantage of their awesome waterfront property. This is a fantastic park. And here's a little closer view of the Sound, the concert venue we referenced a little earlier.
And straight ahead is the dock where you can take the Clearwater Ferry. We'll be quiet for a minute here so you can enjoy the great scenes from the park, and we'll meet up with you again in downtown. Today we're in downtown Clearwater, Florida. We previously did a video across the bridge on Clearwater Beach, but downtown definitely deserves its own. It's kind of a combination day, a little cooler than it has been, but perfect for introduction to fall. Here we are back on Cleveland Street. That's the Capitol Theater to the right, and we're going to head south and explore a little more of downtown.
So now we're heading south on South Fort Harrison Avenue.
Something interesting about Clearwater is the Church of Scientology has a very large facility here and owns many of the buildings in downtown.
Speaking of, here's the Scientology Information Center if you're curious and want to learn a little more.
This building was built in 1926 as the Fort Harrison Hotel. It was operated by R.E. Olds of Oldsmobile from 1926 to 1950. It's now a religious retreat. Here we are at the old Pinellas County Courthouse, which was built in 1918, despite the people protesting that they wanted St. Petersburg to be the county seat. It was designated as a local historic landmark in 2015. This is the Clearwater Historical Society Museum and Cultural Center, which opened in 2019. It's located at the South Ward School site, which was originally a one-room structure schoolhouse built in 1884. In 1912, the first Clearwater High School was built on this site. In 1979, it became part of the Historic Register, and operations ceased in 2008.
At this point, we realized there wasn't much left in the way of a downtown, which is of course the focus of these videos, so we turned around. So as not to repeat ourselves, we went up a couple streets.
Prior to filming this video, I thought the name Clearwater was a reference to how clear the Gulf is at Clearwater Beach. But actually, this area has many freshwater springs, and they think the name Clearwater, which was originally 2 words, was thought to come from a freshwater spring that was right near where City Hall is located today.
Really glad we went east a couple streets because we found some really cool street art, which of course we always love to film, as well as an old post office and where the train depot used to be, which we'll see here shortly.
The old post office here was built in October of 1933 and was listed on the Historic Register in 1981. And the last little surprise is that we stumbled upon Station Square Park. This was the third of 3 train stations that was built in 1910. It was torn down in the 1960s.
I always think it's interesting when we stumble upon a site where something used to stand. That must be their kind of a, oops, maybe we shouldn't have got rid of that.
I really enjoyed spending time in Clearwater, and it's easy to see why it is consistently ranked as one of the top places to retire.
Yeah, we've passed through this area several times, and of course even gone to the beach, which is where most people go, but definitely glad that we took the time to check out this awesome little town. So with that said, looks like it's time to wrap this up. Hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, what do you think about downtown Clearwater?
I love downtown Clearwater. It's really cute, and there's a lot of little restaurants near the Capitol Theater, so lots of fun. And you can walk down to the marina, and it's just beautiful.
So yeah, we know if you're going to come to Florida, you're going to probably go to the beach, and one of the beaches people love to go to is Clearwater Beach, and you should. But maybe carve out an extra hour and come check out this little downtown. Get some thumbs up.
Me too.
All right, get off the couch. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.